Hey guys, welcome back to the fourth episode of Inside the Pits podcast, where we give you all the info from F1 to NASCAR. I'm your host, Maxim, here to hit you with all the motorsport facts, numbers, and updates you need to know.
And I'm your co-host here for the second time, Charles Hayworth.
Exactly, he's back again. Today we're going to be breaking down Formula One, IndyCar, and NASCAR. 20 minutes each, full throttle. Let's dive right into it.
Here we go.
All right, so we got some breaking news. It's finally official. Carlos Sainz has signed with Audi for the 2026 season. I mean, that's great. And it's ending the largest free agency saga in Formula One. Contract is massive. It's reportedly one of the biggest guarantees on the grid. Williams fought until the last minute, but Audi's money and the long-term project did win him over. So you think now that it's official, did Sainz make the right call, or do we gamble more on a more competitive team? Where's your viewpoint?
All right, here's my opinion on this. Really, Williams, they have, I'm not going to say they have a decent car. They just, technologically, they're behind the grid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just really behind the grid on, most things in Formula One. You never really see a Williams car finish P1. You know what I mean?
Very rarely.
Carlos Sainz is a P1 driver. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He is a driver that deserves to be in a winning car and deserves to be in a car that drives fast and can actually take the turns correctly and do well. And Williams just needed, if they had actually stepped up their game because they actually had a talented driver, I'd be like, yeah, it might not have been a great idea. But Williams just isn't that competitive of a team. Literally, I followed Williams' Instagram just for Carlos Sainz because I like Carlos Sainz as a driver. But now here's the thing. Audi, that's a good idea. You know?
Yeah, that's where you need to be.
That's where he needs to be. That is going to be like how I talked about last time about Cadillac and how Aston was leaving the door open for Cadillac. I forgot about Audi coming in too. But really, now with Carlos Sainz and Audi and whoever else is his teammate, it's going to be very competitive now. Like how we were talking before the pod, we were talking about how before in Formula One, before a lot of these teams like Renault left and all these other teams left Formula One for I think it was environmental reasons or something.
Some bullshit.
It is absolute bullshit. But
I mean,
it's just insane. But
I do think Carlos Sainz did make the right choice.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
that was totally the right choice.
You have Audi has a position to prove themselves. They're entering the F1 season for the 2026 season, and to have a very experienced driver be one of their drivers, Carlos Sainz, he's got that reputation, and he's going to be able to put Audi kind of up there. You know?
Oh, definitely. I think really in this first race of the season, because there are going to be new teams, they're going to be in the back. They're going to start in the back of the grid. The back of the grid might be where you want to watch this next season.
Yeah, you want to watch
him. Because you're going to see
Audi
versus Cadillac versus all the traffic. Williams,
exactly.
Williams, versus all the traffic. And I think really with the talented drivers that are going to be on the new teams, like Valerie Bottas and Perez are now going to be on Cadillac, and then you got Carlos Sainz and whoever his teammate is. This could get fun. Watching the back might get really, really fun.
Instead of, watching the front, seeing Max Verstappen pull away with the lead almost every time.
Our
attention is going to be...
If it's not Verstappen, it's Norris or Piastri.
It's one of those three.
Yeah. So seeing these new teams coming in, finally we're going to have new teams coming in instead of more teams leaving Formula One. So I really think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be 2026.
Is going to be the season
here in
you need to watch.
2026, we are going to be talking about we're probably going to be talking about Sainz. We're probably going to be talking about Perez. We're going to be talking about Bottas. It is going to be fun.
It's going to be a wild ride.
2026 is gonna be a fun year for Formula One. I can already see it. It's already gonna be fun, especially with all these younger drivers that have in 2025, like Kimi Antonelli and all those guys who are starting to get better and starting to improve a lot more. Like Kimi Antonelli in Brazil, like I said last time, freaking insane job in Brazil. So
He crushed it. I'm so proud of the dude.
That is literally for I say it's because he went to Senna's grave, but
Yeah, I mean,
Senna.
hey, for all you listeners out there, pay attention to the later back of the pack with Carlos and his upcoming teammate and Cadillac's 2 new drivers entering the 2026 season. I'm really curious to see how he's going to perform, not only on a new team but on a new car.
Oh yeah,
Because we talked about that
fun.
transition that Lewis took from Mercedes to Ferrari, where it needed
a lot of adjustment and he still needs to learn that Ferrari car.
He does.
But I think with Audi, it's going to be a completely different car because I think Audi isn't even borrowing anything, right?
No, I don't think they are.
Audi isn't borrowing a drivetrain like Cadillac. Cadillac's borrowing from Ferrari, which
I mean,
I don't know how that's going to go. I think it might go well if the drivers before the 2026 season actually learn the car well and
put in that practice time.
I've been hearing about the practice runs Perez has been doing, and he's been looking fast. So I have hope for Cadillac, but also Audi's bringing a completely new drivetrain and everything to this. This is going to be friggin' awesome. I'm being so honest. It's going to be really cool if it's reliable.
Yeah,
that's the big if. Because a lot of the time, a brand brings their own drivetrain in. It's unreliable as crap. Think about long time ago, James Hunt and his Hexith, and how he was this close to closing the gap with Lauda, and then his Hexith blows an engine, and then he's out for the race, and Lauda wins and wins a title. So truly, I think if Audi is bringing in a good car, it's going to be great. If Audi doesn't perform well with their car, there's gonna be growing pains. But that's what you expect with a new team. With a new team, you always expect the growing pains. So I really think if Audi brings in a good qualifying car, like a good pole gaining car, holy crap! This next season, the 2026 season, is going to be insane.
It's gonna be one you want to watch. We're good. We got more news here. Red Bull, still strong, but the gap is shrinking. Max Verstappen already locked in the 2025 title, but Red Bull's margin has dropped. The last 4 races, McLaren and Mercedes have consistently been within 0.2 to 0.3 tenths of a second. I mean, let's take a pause and realize how close that marker is. It's very, very close.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and the development stall or performance decline, that's the hot question. That's what everyone's got to be thinking about. So, Charles, with Red Bull slowing down, is this a real threat going into the 2026 season? Or is this sort of that end of the season fatigue? I've been doing this for a while and I'm starting to get a little more tired. Where's your viewpoint on this?
I really think with Max Verstappen being the way he is, think about this. You can watch Max Verstappen race on one day and then that same night he's sim racing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can literally watch him one day, then hop onto his stream, and then you can see him sim racing whatever the heck he wants. So, like, I really think, to be honest, with Verstappen, I think it's just, like, end of the season fatigue. And I really think with how he's already locked in for the championship, he's kind of just kicking his feet up and saying,
right, he's got that, he's like, really, I'm Max Verstappen. Like, I've been doing this for so long and been performing so well. I'm not very worried.
I feel like he's not worried, but I feel like, really, that is a mindset that can cause a comeback. You know what I mean?
Of course.
That can also cause Lando and Piastri to be like, okay, you're going to kick your feet up, Max? We're going to kick that chair right out from under you. So my advice is, don't kick the feet up. Keep going full throttle. Keep it going till you know you are champion.
Well, yeah, till you know that they have no chance to come back.
Keep racing until the final second and you cross the finish line of the last race of the season.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's what he's good at.
That
You know,
is
he's
what
a
he's good at.
veteran. He's got the offense's plays. He knows how to
Oh,
take
yeah.
positions. He knows how to defend the positions he wants to keep. He knows he's got a good relationship with his pit crew.
Mm-hmm.
So you get fast times there in the pits, getting on and off track. So all around, I really think he's one of the best drivers in the season.
Especially after like last season. Holy crap. Last season it was max, 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 max. All season last season.
Yeah, I mean, he's just been dominating.
He dominated so hard last season. It was literally just Verstappen. It was beautiful. It was beautiful performance by him. And I feel like somewhat we're kind of thinking like in a way that Verstappen isn't having the same season as that. And we're thinking he's slowing down, but I really think it's just the competition is finally caught up to Max Verstappen, which is a good thing because last season it was just all him. So I feel like some technological advances have been made, and it makes it a little bit more of a competition, which is great.
Of course. I mean, you got that consistency that has been performing well all season, but
Oh, yeah.
good on you, Max. McLaren, we got news for them. Lando Norris continues his best season ever, multiple podiums in the last stretch, and one of the highest points totals of his career. Piastri matching him on base and still searching for that consistency. So, Charles, if you're McLaren, do you think this is the strongest lineup on the grid right now? Lando and Piastri? Or do we think another is more dominant? I mean, I know we mentioned earlier we got the Max train.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think the Lando and Piastri duo could be a potential contender to Max?
Currently, to be honest, it's Lando and Piastri right now. I'd have to say, if Perez was still Max's teammate, it'd be Max and Perez. I don't know. I'm kind of biased. I like Perez, but
Right.
it's because he's always keeping up with Max whenever he's winning. It's like whenever Max and Perez win, it's almost like exactly like how Lando and Piastri are when it's Lando, Piastri, other car. Lando, Piastri, other car when they're winning.
Of course, yeah.
You know, and maybe sometimes it's Lando, other car, Piastri, but still, they're still have McLaren in that top three, right? So currently, yeah, it's the Lando and Piastri show when it comes to teammate wise. But if Red Bull can get it's just like teammate wise, like I still don't understand why they got rid of Perez. I don't. I really
I'm
don't.
very mad because
I'm irate at Red Bull for that because they were solid. Very solid.
they were like the dream duo. In the
They were
Formula
literally a
One.
dynamic duo, and I feel like if it was Max and Perez this season instead of how it is now, putting a rookie in that car, which so what? You're putting in fresh blood. I understand it, but you should keep the rookie in Formula 2 if you have such a dominant team like they did with Max and Perez. Because if it was Max and Perez versus Lando and Piastri,
It's Perez.
I feel
Perez and Max all the way.
I feel like it's Perez and Max that would beat them as teammates. But sadly, Perez isn't on Red Bull right now, which I was very angry when they got rid of Perez. I may or may not have thrown my phone across the room because,
you and me both, brother.
like, that was the most smooth-brained decision I think I've ever heard. Like, truly. It was so stupid because they were a dynamic duo. I understand getting the fresh blood, but you can always keep the fresh blood in Formula 2 for longer, you know?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's upsetting, but it's the reality.
It is what it is. It's a business. It's a business, but man, was that a stupid mistake because
I
it
agree.
would have been so fun to see Perez and Max versus Lando and Piastri. That would have been absolute cinema.
I agree.
Absolute cinema.
We got more news. Ferrari, Leclerc strong. Hamilton's still struggling out there. Ferrari's having a weird year, dude. I mean, Leclerc's been fantastic, landing those 2 straight podiums. But Hamilton, dude, new team, still no podium in the red and openly frustrated after his performance in Brazil. I mean, he keeps saying he's building the foundation, but I mean, I think I could speak for me and the entire family is when we're like, okay, let's stop joking. Let's perform well.
Yeah.
We're getting sick of it. How worried should Ferrari be about Hamilton's pace and performance right now?
I feel like with Hamilton, it's like He is currently, if we subtract this season, he's the greatest of all time. This
course.
season is kind of like the Tom Brady ACL injury season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
That's the best metaphor for it I can tell. Like when Tom Brady tore his ACL and then he was out for the season, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like this is Hamilton's torn ACL season, you know? And I really think that Ferrari, in between the season, if they don't go back to the drawing board and design a new dang car and make it fast, they are going to lose. I love Ferrari. I was a big Ferrari fan as a child. I've been a big fan of Ferrari since I was like 2 years old. Dang it, get back to the old ways. Get back to how Ferrari used to be. Get back to that screaming car. Because the car that they're putting out right now it's sad.
It's terrible. It's so
terrible.
awful.
It's terrible. Either they get taken out in the race. Either a Ferrari gets taken out or it has a mechanical problem. Like Ferrari, tighten your up. Like truly.
Well,
It just
I
angers
think
me
this is
so much.
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
And not only do they have all the resources available to them to prevent these things from happening, and the two teammates, the two good drivers to perform well, but it's like our hands are tied. You got everything available to you. Just use it.
Like to go back to football, when Tom Brady transferred from the Patriots to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they actually did good and they adjusted to Tom Brady. I feel like Ferrari still has their ideas, and they have their, we're Ferrari. It's a Ferrari.
We're
you know what I mean? We're Ferrari. The car is fine. It's a Ferrari. This Ferrari sucks. I'll say it again. This Ferrari this year sucks.
I mean, yeah.
And it pains me to say that. I love Ferrari. I really do. But the car this year sucks.
I
It
agree.
does. Like, hey, I'm really happy for Leclerc. He's doing good.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Leclerc's doing great. And I'm happy that he's at least doing good with that. But you can even see the pain in Leclerc's eyes when he's racing in this car. This car is an absolute crapper. You know what I mean?
It's awful.
It's a bucket of bolts, and it really makes me angry because I love Ferrari.
Anyway,
it's all tough love. It's all tough love.
Of course. We got more news. Aston Martin, their 2025 dip continues. I mean, Aston Martin's late season updates, they didn't land. The team says a concept reset is already on the way for the 2026 season. Alonso's contract is locked, but this is the second straight year of decline, of very poor performance. I mean, Charles, did Alonso tie himself to the wrong long-term project here?
It's sad. It's really sad to say.
I feel like he did. I feel like he screwed up.
Yes, he did. I feel like if Alonso had just stayed where he was for a little bit longer and then signed with Cadillac or Audi or something like that, like, there's still time. And I don't know, was Cadillac's second driver announced or no?
As of now, I do not know who their second driver is. So as of now,
I feel like if Fernando Alonso said, "Hey, Audi, I want to be your second driver," I feel like Audi would drop whoever they have and then put in Fernando Alonso because he's a very seasoned veteran. And then having Alonso and then
he's been doing this for a long time.
He's been doing this for so long. Like having Sainz and Alonso would be insane. Absolutely.
They would give
insane.
the Max and his teammate a run for their money.
They really would. That'd be a very good team. But sadly, he's locked in for next season. If Aston doesn't build a good car, they are screwed now. See, before, they didn't really have a ton of competition because they had Williams and things like that. Yeah, they can make a decent car, but Aston really needs to lock in.
I agree, man.
Truly.
I mean, it's insane. Our last piece of news here in Formula One, Perez is in trouble again. We got rumors heating up. Red Bull insists that Perez is safe for the 2025 season, but everyone sees the writing on the wall. Everyone sees what's obvious there, what's obviously present. Ricardo's name is back in the rumor mill, and Tsunoda quietly become one of the most consistent midfield drivers. So what do you think? Do you think Red Bull should replace Perez before the 2026 reset, or do we let him ride it out? Do we let him coast it?
Don't replace Perez. That's my opinion.
Don't replace him. Keep him where he's got to be.
Yeah, keep Perez. Tsunoda, he's okay, but when they put him in a real Red Bull instead of the Red Bull second team car, when they put him in a real Red Bull in Japan, that should have been his moment to dominate. You are in the same car as Max Verstappen. You should dominate. You should at least follow Max. Like, follow Max's lead. Stay behind him. Stick behind him. No. After seeing him crap the bucket in that way, I don't really have... he's a good driver, I guess, but, you had your moment.
Mental game.
You had your moment, right? Mental-wise. This is your moment to try to become a great Red Bull driver, and you completely do so terrible that you get thrown back down. So, my opinion, Tsunoda needs to stay where he is.
Do not replace Perez.
With Ricardo, I think Ricardo could do good in an Audi or something like that. Maybe,
I agree. I could see it happening.
Ricardo in Audi would be good, but keep Perez where he is. Put Ricardo in an Audi, and let's get this stuff racing. Let's get racing, and let's see how the grid goes. Because Sainz and Ricardo on a team. Sainz and Alonso on a team. I don't know. But
I feel like Max has got that sort of mentality because, I've been doing this for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I'm doing. The guy has just been performing so well that I'm going to argue that he really doesn't even need a teammate. He really doesn't.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, obviously, you got your
It
two
adds more
spots.
points on the board, though,
course,
for the Constructors' Championship. But still.
The dude's just been blowing up. If
He's
the
been
dude
doing
raced
so good.
an entire 2026 season, or at least half a season with no teammate, I don't think it would heavily impact them.
It really would.
Just because he's great.
Yeah.
Because he's so good at it.
But here's the thing. If they put a high-class teammate for him, like how they used to be, how Perez and Verstappen used to be, I think it'd make a lot more of a difference than how they have been. Because it was just it's just Max now. It's the Max show. But I really think it's going to be really good in 2026. I think 2026 is going to be a big year for motorsport.
I agree. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up our Formula One section for today's podcast. Don't go anywhere. We're going to jump to a quick break. We will be back with some IndyCar. All right, guys, we're back. So let's talk IndyCar. All right. So we got more news. IndyCar hybrid era full test has been a success. So, IndyCar finished its final hybrid test of the year, and drivers are raving about the new regen to push system. You got your fast corner exits, you got your more strategy, and you got finally got some tech era excitement in IndyCar. It's always been the gas guzzler for such a long time when the sport's been around. But Charles, let's bring you in on this. Does this give IndyCar the boost that they've been looking for? Does this give them the leeway they need?
Hey, faster corner exits, more strategy, and more excitement is always great. You know what I mean?
Of course.
It's just hey, if you're able to go out of those corners faster, it means there's more G's, means it looks cooler, means more fans, more money for the sport. That's always a great thing. If you can get more spectators in their seats for IndyCar, the better. So I really think that IndyCar, with this hybrid system, like how we talked about last time, how Le Mans has hybrids now too.
Right.
Even the 24 hours of Le Mans are using hybrids for the lower gears and things like that. So really, if it means you're faster out the corners, It's always with motorsport. Higher speeds, yeah, more dangerous, but higher speeds, more fun, more spectators, more money.
It's your
So,
pros and cons scenario.
It is.
Right?
It truly is a pros and cons scenario.
As a sport, motorsports in all its divisions, Formula One, NASCAR, IndyCar, there are present inherent dangers.
Yeah.
And a lot of these, even your rookies and your veterans are aware of that. Hey, I'm going 200 miles an hour around the corner. I really can't afford to screw this up. Otherwise, there could be very serious bodily harm that's a part of this.
Definitely.
And I'm sure out there on the internet there exists very, very, very intense wrecks, crashes.
Dan Weldon's crash.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's
Literally can watch his onboard camera and see exactly where it went wrong. It is insane.
and you just need to be able to. I agree. You need to be able to assess risk fast.
Yeah.
I mean, and they have those lightning fast responses, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm sure these guys, you know, they know what they're doing. They've been doing this for a long time. Not only Formula One, but your IndyCar and your NASCAR. But people think, oh, it's motorsports. It's really not. No, it is dangerous.
It is
They're
very,
going over 100 miles an hour.
Very dangerous. Motorsport? Okay. Motorsport's extremely dangerous. Street racing's pretty dang dangerous. Anything with racing, when it comes to you getting in that motor vehicle, it's always going to be dangerous because even if you go back to the old era F1, you were literally sitting on a gas tank, pretty much. You were sitting on something that could explode whenever you crashed. And now we've gotten to a point where, hey, at least the cars don't explode when you crash them.
Right. I mean, you got that safety feature. Formula One has heavily evolved over the years.
Heavily.
And
So is IndyCar, too.
of course, I mean, hey, we got more news in that. Paolo is remaining untouchable. I mean, the dude is entering the 2025 season as clear title his favorite again. You know, Ganassi says he's untouchable and off the market. McLaren drama, dead. No. He's committed long term. He's staying where he needs to be at Ganassi.
He's staying at Ganassi.
But if you were in this case Paolo and McLaren made another push to try to get you on their team, do you make that jump? Do you take the leap? Do you go?
I'm going to be honest, I'm a very superstitious person. So if I'm winning good in one car and I see how Hamilton is going in Formula One, which is like, yeah, the series are different, but it draws similarities.
Of course,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So if you see how Hamilton, who is arguably one of the greatest of all time, he's trying to adjust to a Ferrari and he's not doing too hot, I'd take that as a heed my warning and I'd stay at Ganassi.
I agree.
I'd stay at Ganassi. Hypothetically, he's already won. He's already has 778 laps led, man. That's insane.
But the guy is amazing.
He's amazing. He really is. It's insane, man. And then just it's so crazy. 8 wins, 6 poles, 14 top 5s, 15 top 10s. That is a great stat line.
The numbers for Paolo are really in his favor this year.
Yeah,
Very.
this is a numbers year for him. He won last year too, right? So
Yeah.
it's just holy mackerel. You're just 2 for 2 right now. If he keeps it up, he's going 2 for 2
Easily. All right, we got some more news here. Andretti, he restructures pressure on Herta and Kirkwood. Andretti is going a major restructuring this year after another inconsistent season. Herta and Kirkwood are both talented, but next year, I mean, you know, as two drivers, you really need to have one of them as the more dominant one. One of them to step as kind of like the team leader, the prominent driver, take that leap. So which one do you think is going to do it? Do you think it's Kirkwood or do you think Herta's going to take it?
Really? Really? Let me just think, because it's just
I mean, I feel like it's Kirkwood.
I think Kirkwood's a great driver, and with how he is in the standings, he's been doing really, really good. So I think Kirkwood has a really good place to be the Andretti #1 guy.
But Max Verstappen of Andretti, of course.
Yeah, but just 2 places behind him is Colton Herta, and he's been doing good too. So it's to be honest,
you could go either way.
You could literally go either way. It's such a toss up. And to be honest, if you really need to find out who's going to be the leader, throw each other in 2 cars, race each other. Whoever wins is leader. That's the old fashioned.
That's a pretty simple way to determine it.
That's the very old fashioned way. But you throw your 2 drivers on an empty track.
Dude, I would love to see that battle.
I would love to just
Herta
see
and Kirkwood just
versus
battling it out.
Kirkwood, battle it out. Whoever wins is your number 1 driver, and just like no hard feelings. Whoever wins this one race between these 2 people is the number 1 driver, and then we can actually have a successful team. Because with this inconsistency, it sucks because Andretti's is a great team, and they just need to figure out who's their number 1 guy. And when you have 2 guys that are pushing for that number 1 position, you need to have someone step up as that number 1 guy. Or you need to really say, you need to have someone who's like in an executive position to say, you're our number 1 guy. Or you're our number 1 guy.
Like you're the one that's going to take this charge. You're the one that we need to step up.
Yeah,
You're the one
if you don't have someone who's saying that, and it's just these 2 guys that are just going, then they aren't going to stop trying to fight for who's the number 1 guy. You need someone to say, hey, you're the number 1, or they need to race it out. That's the simple part.
The simple solution is...
The really simple solution is just race it out.
Yeah, debate it amongst yourselves.
Debate it amongst yourselves. Whoever wins the race is number 1 guy.
You give them 15 laps, 20 laps on any circuit. You got Herta in one. You got your Kirkwood in the other. You'd be like, okay, gentlemen, have at it.
Exactly.
And whoever I see cross that finish line at the end of those 15, 20 laps, I'm going to be like, okay, you're our man. You're our man, right?
They really need to just point at one guy and be like, you're our guy. So, however y'all are going to do it, get it over with.
Right, figure it out. We got some more news about Andretti. Andretti and F1, the fight continues, guys. After FIA had rejected their entry yet again, Andretti says they will continue the battle and are currently upgrading their Silverstone base anyway. So, Charles, should Andretti keep fighting, or after all of these attempts at trying to be more involved in F1 and trying to get into F1 and them being denied, do they just move on and be like, you know what, IndyCar is our sport and we should give up?
Isn't Andretti named after, I don't know, Mario Andretti?
Who was a
the Formula One driver?
Yes.
Like, I don't know. The FIA. In all honesty, I'm going to just say that right there.
I agree.
Like,
I agree that we
absolutely,
should the FIA.
Like,
they're not doing what they should be doing.
They're not doing what they should be doing. Enforce the rules. Don't go overboard. Like, it's a team named after Mario frickin' Andretti. Is
that obvious enough?
Is that obvious enough? They've just wanted to go into Formula One. It's such BS that they keep rejecting Andretti over and over and over again, especially when you see their pedigree in IndyCar, right? IndyCar is a good, like, representation of how they could possibly be doing in Formula One. Like, some IndyCar drivers go on to Formula One and do good, some don't. It's a toss-up, but still, like, Andretti's a good brand. I really think the FIA needs to get their head out their butts and just let Andretti race. That's my true and honest opinion.
I mean, I agree. I mean, the fact that FIA has been doing absolutely nothing right in this debate, and they've been just denying them over and over and over again, that's up.
Yeah.
That's up. That's screwed up. That's messed up. That's not right.
Yeah,
that's not what you should be doing.
It's not.
It's Mario Andretti for the love of God.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mario
is that
Andretti,
enough?
Like, the funniest thing is me and my dad at one point, we were debating who was the best Formula One driver of all time. I have my opinion. It's either Senna or Lauda, right? And
Where's
my
viewpoint?
dad, he's like, I think you're forgetting someone. I'm like, who am I forgetting? And he's like, I think you're really forgetting someone. And then my dad's like, Mario Andretti. And I'm like, that's a pick.
That's a choice.
That's
Number
a
one
choice.
draft pick, 100%.
That's a choice, but he's not wrong. Mario Andretti was an amazing Formula One driver, and he's now trying to have his brand come into Formula One and build a great team. All right, so with Andretti, sorry, we had a
disturbance.
had a little disturbance. Sorry, but really with Andretti, the FIA needs to get out of their own way, let Andretti race, and I would have loved to have seen Cadillac, Audi, and Andretti all at the same time in 2026. When that was announced that it could have been Andretti too, I was going crazy because it would have been beautiful. It would have been truly beautiful because we would have heard the name Andretti back in Formula
Right.
One. My dad would have probably gotten an Andretti shirt. I'm being so honest. My dad would get Andretti
Who
merch
wouldn't?
and
Dude?
all
I mean,
that
I
stuff.
would too.
I think I need to get Audi, Cadillac, and Andretti merch.
All
I
of
need
them.
to get more F1 merch. The only F1 merch I still have right now is an old Ferrari Junior hat, so it barely
Yeah.
fits me anymore. But
I mean, hey,
Ferrari.
Ferrari.
Don't
what
get
do
me
you-
started.
Jeez, I mean, it's just it's insane. We got some more news here. Scott McLaughlin, is this his year? Is this Scott's year? I mean, every season, Scott McLaughlin, he's got the pace, right? Every season but something ruins his consistency, whether that be pit issues, whether that be random crashes, whether that be the reliability of his team. And fans are calling in 2025 to put up or shut up.
Mhm.
You know, like perform or stop complaining.
Mhm.
Do something about it. Like, do you think he finally pieces a full season together, or is this just what he's known for? Clutch City.
To be honest, like looking at the stat lines, 112 laps led. That's good. That's really, really good. Like the only people that are ahead of him are Paolo, O'Ward, and Kirkwood. He has more laps led than Scott Dixon. It's literally just follow through. It truly is
Yeah.
just following through.
And I mean, you know, not only is he's got that consistency, he's been able to perform, but you know, the pit issues could be resolved.
Yeah, definitely.
And-
It's Team Penske. Like, they have a NASCAR team. Team Penske does amazing in NASCAR. They need to lock. This is like the 5th time I've said it about people, but they need to lock in, fix the pit issues, and they'll be better.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think that's your backbone, right? You make those changes, you increase your reliability, and these issues are no longer present.
Mhm.
Right, and this is not something that needs to happen anymore. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for IndyCar. We got one last segment, so we will jump right into it. All right, last segment, man. You ready for it? Let's do it.
Yep, let's get it going.
Christopher Bell, he wins his 2025 championship. We got Joe Gibbs Racing back at the top of the leaderboard.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
That's great. I mean, Christopher Bell is gonna be your 2025 Cup Series champion. You know, he's got that elite playoff run. He's got that insane level of consistency and that near perfect Phoenix weekend. So, Charles, did you see this coming, or were you like, whoa?
I didn't see this coming at all. That playoff run was absolutely beautiful. It was a beautiful playoff run, great driving, and again, just hats off to Bell.
I mean, absolutely. The guy did
Beautiful
amazing.
driving. Beautiful driving. That is clutch driving, and that is what NASCAR is. You never know who is going to win, and that's the beauty of NASCAR. Like, maybe back in the Earnhardt days, you knew, oh, it's probably going to be Dale. It's probably going to be Dale. But you never knew you never always knew it was going to be Dale. It was either Dale or Gordon or someone else. And I feel like with NASCAR now, it's finally getting back to where it used to be. Because, you know, like the previous financial troubles they were having and things
Of
like
course.
that. It scared the crap out of me. I was scared that NASCAR was going to be gone because that is something that is such a big part of my life. It's such a big thing that always makes us happy. It's NASCAR, you know? And I really love how Christopher Bell was able to really have that playoff win and really tie it up.
Yeah. I mean, we got more news. Ross, the Chaos King. I mean, Chastain, he grabs multiple wins late in the season. He returned to full Villa mode, dive bombs, bump and runs, and the whole package. I mean, is NASCAR better when you got Chastain pit maneuver, in the wall, stirring things up? What do you
I'm
think?
sorry. I'm sorry to the people that like the clean parts, but I'm sorry. I'm a big Dale Earnhardt fan. Dale Earnhardt's famous quote that's been going around on social media, if it's Jeff Gordon, put the son of a bitch in the wall. You know what I mean? So
Of course.
it's like, that's racing, and that's part of NASCAR. NASCAR's different than other racing series like Formula One, and that's the true difference right there. That's the big difference. Like pitting's allowed, kind of allowed in this sport. It's part of the sport. It's part of the history. If you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing. Hats off Ross Chastain. I'm still kind of angry about Charlotte because I wanted a North Carolinian to win. Sadly, that didn't happen.
It did not.
Barely didn't happen. I saw the cars.
I know they were so close.
So painful.
It was
painful
ridiculous.
loss. Hats off to Chastain. Hats off to Chastain.
All right, let's jump back into it. Denny. Still wrinkles. I mean, another year, another heartbreak. Hamlin says 2025 is all or nothing and hinted that this could be his last full-time season if the title doesn't happen. But he's running out of time, dude. Does he have one more elite run in him? Does he have it? I mean,
Yes.
I don't think he does.
I think he does. It's Denny Hamlin, man. He's a great driver. He drives well. He was just plagued with a lot of bad things this season. Like, it's just like this season, I just see Denny wreck. I see Denny wreck, And, you can't prevent the big one. You can never prevent the big one from happening.
No,
and
that's part of it.
That's part of the sport is knowing when the big one happens. And it just sucks that sometimes Denny gets sucked into the big one. And I feel like that. I think he'd understand that he's been racing so long in this series that he understands you can't control the big one,
No,
right?
you can't.
So if you get sucked into the big one, you get sucked into the big one. You just
your
gotta
best bet is
adjust.
just to.
You gotta adjust and keep going. And I think probably when he wins a championship, he will retire. But I think next year is going to be his
He's gonna be the Denny Hamlin run.
I think next year hopefully will be the Denny Hamlin run. You gotta watch out for Chastain though.
Chastain's your bully on the track.
He's a bully, and he kind of reminds me of Earnhardt. Slightly.
A little bit.
A little bit. The pitting and all that stuff, that's slightly Earnhardt-y. Like how those announcers oh, that's my homie.
Oh, that's my homie, of course. I mean, that's what he's known for,
It really is.
right?
It really is.
That's his bit. That's what
Yeah.
he knows how to do. But yeah, we got some more news here. Short track package debate returns. I mean, drivers are frustrated again. There's not enough off throttle time. I mean, there's too much dirty air. NASCAR says there are more changes coming for 2026. I would hope so. I mean, if you're NASCAR, do you tweak the cars or the tracks? I mean, you couldn't go wrong with doing both.
Yeah,
You
that's
would
what
heavily
that's what we
benefit
talked about
from
last
both.
pod, doing both.
Right.
But really, right now, the tracks are nice. They're pretty nice. I've been doing a little bit more research. The tracks are really nice. I think really you need to tweak the cars hard, slightly tweak the tracks a little bit, move some walls a little bit. You know what I mean? Like
And they
sometimes,
could benefit from a change of pace.
yeah, just move here's the one thing I don't understand with some of these road courses, how close the walls are to the edge of the apex of the curve. You know what I mean?
That doesn't make any sense.
That makes no
to
sense.
me.
You see so many NASCARs run directly into the walls, and it's painful to watch. And I bet you if you're driving, it's painful to feel when that happens. So
Yeah,
I
100
think-
miles an hour into a wall does not feel good.
does not feel good, and it could probably put you in the hospital and could end careers. Move the walls. That's my opinion.
Move them in a way where the track is still complex and you got that complexity, but not only is it complex, it's also what it's known for.
And also, a little bit more on the throttle, Adjust the throttle a little bit, adjust some. To be honest, if they're having too much dirty air, might have to go back to the older 2011 wing style that had a lot of downforce, Sometimes you might need a little bit more downforce, so they might need to adjust with the small track package.
Right.
With
right.
like a bigger wing or something for more downforce, maybe some canards, something to stick those cars
But something
on the track.
needs to change.
Something
needs
definitely
to be
needs to
modified.
change. Definitely.
We got some more news here. SVG keeps improving. Playoff hype is building. We got Shane Van Gisbergen. He shocked everyone. Multiple top tens on the ovals and becoming a true contender. Is SVG a real playoff sleeper next year? Is he?
I really think he's probably going to be a great sleeper. But I know when you get labeled as a sleeper, I feel like that gives you the motivation to keep going and to get better and better. And I really think in this offseason, if he's really trying, he's going to get even better. And he's going to keep improving and keep working, keep improving. And through that progress, I think he has a chance to actually be a contender. And if he does, good on him, you know?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Shane.
I am too.
I mean,
he's really good.
he's a good driver. I mean, and you love that consistency that you could see with him, the multiple top 10s, and being that true contender that, your veterans and your rookies don't see you as. I would love to see him just dominate in the 2026 season. I would really love to see a big run. I would love to see Shane, Ross, and Danny all battle it out. That would be a matchup and a half that you want to watch.
It'd be beautiful. It'd be such a matchup you'd want to watch.
I agree. I mean, I think each of these drivers brings their own aspect to racing that is crucial. You got your bully, Ross. You got your consistent Shane. And you got your veteran, Danny, still searching for that championship.
Mm-hmm.
All three on the track would just be an absolute banger.
Yeah. Never underestimate a veteran looking for a championship. That's my opinion.
I mean,
never underestimate that.
They got
because
that fire. They're
got
I've
that
been doing
drive
this so long, and I haven't won a championship. Give it to me.
I'm being honest. His opponents, through the beginning of his career and through now, he has had some very difficult opponents. He had Dale Jr. I think when he started, he had Jeff Gordon too. So
he did.
He had some star-studded opponents. So when you have that and you have those difficult opponents, and now I wouldn't say NASCAR's getting easier anyway. Like with how it is, like these new guys have been getting really good. So I feel like with Denny, he needs to really lock in this next season, and if he does that, he can really get it.
I mean, yeah, it really depends. I mean, it's different, and I would between those three, I'm on the Hamlin train.
Yeah,
but hey, all right, let's jump into our last bit of information here on NASCAR: the 2026 schedule rumors, night races, and new street courses.
I love me a night race, and I love me a street race too.
Of course, I mean NASCAR's reportedly added a second street race and a brand new short track night race. Fans are pumped. And I think me and Charles both agree with the fans. We're
Definitely.
also hyped.
We're also hyped. We're with the fans.
Of
we're
course,
hyped
man.
to scrap for it.
If you could design your dream track, and this is a throwback to the second episode where we talked about this. I mean, where are you going? What are you building?
Dream track?
Yeah.
I'd probably say I love the Wilkesboro Motor Speedway. I love it. I pass by it all the time. But I'd say I like me an oval.
You go Pocono?
I'd go
Daytona?
I'd go big oval with a great grid. But I'd say probably if I had to just choose an existing one, Wilkesboro Motor Speedway. I love that place. I love that they renovated it and brought it back. Because I used to pass by it when it was run down, and it would put a tear in my eye, seeing how run down it was getting, and then seeing the new banners outside of it and all the sponsors and everything. It brings joy to me to see that anytime I go up to Boone. It brings so much joy to me.
That's a tough question. I mean, I feel like you can't go wrong with your Wilkesboro. You can't. It's a classic. I'm going to go Atlanta here.
Atlanta's great.
Atlanta and Daytona.
Daytona's the classic.
You don't ruin
what I mean?
the classic, right? You gotta.
You can't ruin Daytona.
Let's modify Atlanta. All right, let's make it a little more complex, right? Because you have so many tracks that have each individual aspects to it. They have their ovals, and you have your short circuits. Atlanta's a mix of both. I feel like you got to pick a lane there.
Yeah.
You got to go either the oval, you got to go short track.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, you go the oval.
Oval.
Atlanta is oval.
Yeah.
You keep other tracks that are known for their street circuits as their street circuits. You don't modify them if they don't need to be.
Yeah, if you don't need to modify, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that
of course.
I feel like we've been losing the good old boys and rednecks.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately.
That's it. That's a pod, man. And that's the checkered flag for this week's Inside the Pits podcast.
Great.
We covered F1 dominance to IndyCar hybrids and NASCAR showdowns, all in under an hour. I mean,
yeah, that was awesome, man. It was great being here. Great having a good time sitting here. Can't wait to be on here again, man.
Of course. I mean, if you enjoy the next episode, if you enjoyed it, hit that like and subscribe button, drop a rating, let us know your opinions and what you think we should discuss in next week's show.
Catch y'all on the next lap. Peace out.
We will see you all later.